Welcome to Module 4 Case Study. Now, this week you're stepping away from that pure data mechanics, moving into a high-stakes world of a logarithmic impact. Up until this point, you have looked at how organizations use databases and CRM software to track interactions. That Chapter 7 and 8, we explore how enterprise organizations centralize this data into data warehouses to run advanced business intelligence systems, or BI systems. But as future data analysts, business leaders, and technologists, you must understand a fundamental truth. Analytic systems are not neutral. The architectural decisions made behind closed doors dictate real-world outcomes. So in this case study, you're going to be looking directly at how these tools are engineered, deployed, and occasionally weaponized in higher education. And you're going to have to go into the bigger world, do some research to complete your case study to make it well-informed and in-depth. Now, the infrastructure on how higher ed stores your data. Modern universities do not operate on simple spreadsheets. They run massive enterprise data operations. We start with our LMS systems, Canvas, Blackboard, application portals. We have Wi-Fi access points, and even your financial aid, your FAFSA information. That all gets moved into a central repository, which is our version of a data warehouse or a unified student profile. From there, that information gets handed out and pushed forward into predictive algorithms, which gives us our retention and yield models. Now, to feed predictive models, institutions rely on what's called ETL, which is extract, transform, and load pipelines, to stream data from completely different silos into a central data warehouse. This creates a unified 360-degree profile of every single student. The data assets stored inside these warehouses include everything from your demographics and financial data, that's your high school zip code, your parental income bracket, your historical financial aid packages, and FAFSA completion timestamps. They know when you completed your FAFSA, and if you completed it at certain times, that gives them a bunch of information. They store your digital body language, your granular clickstream data from learning management systems. This includes the exact second you open an assignment, how long you linger on a page, and email open rates or links clicked histories from university marketing emails. They have your behavioral footprints, which is your real-time physical data, such as university Wi-Fi router. Everything you send can be seen by that IT. That's everything from tracking building to building movement, campus ID card swipes at the dining halls, going into the gym. They know where in the building you are at any given period of time. Now, when pitched by enterprise software vendors, predictive analysis in higher education is framed as a purely benevolent tool designed for student success and strategic enrollment management. Now, ideally, a university uses a BI dashboard to spot early warning signs of student attrition. For example, if a predictive model notes that a freshman Blackboard login frequency drops by 40%, or they miss consecutive dining hall swipes, the system automatically flags an academic advisor or mental health counselor to stage that early intervention. In a perfect data architecture, analytics serve as an equitable safety net to guide students towards that graduation. The danger arises when that exact predictive models are repurposed to serve institutional survival and revenue maximization, and even bigger, that prestige metrics rather than the student's well-being. Because data warehouses, central financial, demographics, student records, algorithms can easily be pointed at optimization targets that create devastating ethical traps. We have things like weaponizing retention metrics. Rather than helping struggling students, an institution can use predictive metrics to identify low-performing or high-risk students and quietly push them out before official federal reports dates to artificially inflate the university's retention statistics and national rankings, which brings us more financial funding. We do things like financial gatekeeping. We deny the middle. Now, advanced yield models can predict an applicant's financial elasticities. Algorithms can advise the university to reject solid, hardworking students who require heavy financial aid and instead fill those spots with lower performing, wealthy students who can pay full tuition out of pocket to close a budget deficit, or even to fill in with very poverty-driven students who will get greater government financial aid and will give the government more paycheck on that statistics that we are those metrics that we're graded on. And there's that social economic bias as interest. Logarithms often track demonstrated interest, rewarding applications who visit campuses, open emails instantly, or attend expensive out-of-state recruitment events. The data models model labels this as intent to enroll, but structurally it frequently filters for socioeconomic wealth, penalizing low-income students who lack the time or resources to leave a digital or physical footprint. So, as an external auditor on your case study this week, your job is to tear open these logarithmic black boxes. You'll watch a breakdown of the institutional scandal at Mount St. Mary's University. You're going to dig into live university's federal data disclosures. You're going to navigate an enrollment cliff roleplay, and you're going to connect these problems to real-world current events. So approach this assignment not as a student checking a box, but as a critical technical auditor. Look past the marketing fluff of modern dashboards and evaluate the structural, the human impact of the metrics being monitored. And always review your prompt details below, observe those strict formatting and screenshot requirements, and submit your evaluations directly to the board before the absolute deadline, which is always on Fridays at 5 p.m. Guys, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, jump into this. It has a direct impact on you, especially if you're transferring into a different university after your time here at this one. If questions, let me know. Otherwise, have fun. Bye, guys.